Man, that was fucking deep, right?
Yeah, I was fucking trapped. I was like, fuck. I was just staring at the camera like, this is fucking awesome. It's time for another
mindset.
That's actually not bad.
That's a new way of doing it, right?
I was like, where's he going with this? We'll try that again, will we?
Yeah.
It's time for another
mindset
Monday.
That's probably the most entertaining bit of this video.
Yeah, you missed a sing song beforehand because we hadn't actually pushed record.
I know, we've just been having a discussion about we should just keep the cameras rolling 24/7.
Yeah.
Because we come out with little sing song things and we think, that was so shit, it was good.
Well, we found it funny, that doesn't necessarily mean it is.
That's true, yeah.
Right, today's episode is all about the power of forgiveness.
So this is a message that has been fired around a few times, but we like to give our own little take on it, as always. So the power of forgiveness. You know when you hate somebody?
I do actually. I do know.
I think we've all been there. I certainly have. When you go through these different emotions. Now, emotions are there, and they're very handy things to have. It tells you how you feel about a certain situation. But in that given time, to hold on to feelings when they don't serve you is what we're getting at in this video.
There'll be a lot of people that will hold a grudge. Let's just say I was holding a grudge against Stephen for going on holiday without me.
Sorry, buddy.
Now, I could be sitting at home going, oh, he's so annoying, he went without me, this, that, and the next thing. But he didn't give a damn. He was on a cruise, having fun. He doesn't feel what I'm feeling. I'm wasting my energy, I'm wasting my emotions, assuming that he's going to pick up on what I'm doing. You know, it's...
Yeah. While I was having a pina colada.
We need to I know, we need the one.
See if it was movie lyrics.
Movie quotes.
Movie quotes, you'd be right up there, but say songs, not so much.
Not so much, definitely.
So what we're getting at is, if you love somebody, it's a nice emotion and it's a nice feeling to love somebody. Unless they clearly don't love you back, and therefore it could be, you may get a bit upset about it. But if you love somebody, it generally is a really nice feeling, and it really does serve, it makes you happier. So it's a feeling that you want to maintain as long as possible. However, if you hate somebody, or if you really kind of hold a grudge against somebody, it doesn't make you feel good. You might feel a little bit of energy, and that's ultimately why people hold on to it. It's the energy that they like, it's not the feeling. You get almost like you feel a bit of kind of power, but it's almost like the dark side of the force, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you've got that energy, but it really does not make you happy. Now, this is all about understanding why you feel a certain way, why you hate somebody, or why you're holding the grudge, but then dealing with it, moving past it, and forgiving that person.
Now, forgiveness can come in all shapes and forms, but in the first instance, sometimes you have to realise is that you'll never change that person's mind, you'll never change that person's personality for whatever it is they've wronged you, or maybe you've wronged them. No, they've probably wronged you if you hate them. Sometimes just accepting that they are not going to change, and therefore all your het up anger and negative emotion is wasted on them. It's absolutely wasted on them, because they're not going to change. Nothing's going to happen. Even if you had it out with them, they're not going to change the point of view. They'll just do it to you again, whatever it was, that thing. So it's all about kind of, well, it's valuing your time, isn't it? You're wasting your time
and your energy
hating them.
Some people see it, and in fact, it's almost like subconsciously you believe it's like voodoo. Okay, so it's almost like if you hate somebody, it's like you've got a little voodoo doll, and every time you hate somebody and you have that feeling of hate, the little voodoo doll gets a pin in it, and the person that you hate goes, "Oh, you bugger! I think somebody hates me today. I'm really not liking this." And it's really not the case. You hating somebody or holding a grudge has no effect on that person whatsoever. So, let's learn to move past it. I'm going to give you, I'm not going to give you an example. I'm going to talk over a situation that's quite personal to myself. Now, I've gone through something, and I had the whole array of emotions about a certain person, and it was quite a serious situation. And I remember being relieved, because I like to think I'm quite a positive person, and I was battling with being positive. I was trying to be positive, and I was really struggling to do it. And I remember the day that I decided I hated this person, hated her. And it was quite satisfying, but it was only when I realised that I hated this person that I can say, great, I can move on from this now. I hate her, understand why, okay, great, and I accepted it, I admitted it to myself, but then you move on from it. And I wouldn't say now I like this person, however, I don't hate her, I don't dislike her, it's just, it is what it is. She's just there, she just is, and that's it. And I can go on with my life, and it doesn't affect me at all. And that was a process for me. That took about 6 months to get over that. And again, I'm not really ready to talk about it on camera to a bunch of strangers. However, just as an example, you know, sometimes depending on the situation, it can take longer than others. If somebody, you know, cut you off at a roundabout when you're driving to work, you know, you have a grudge and you're angry, and you turn up to work and you're angry at this person, it's a completely stranger, and he's off doing his thing at his work or his life, and has no idea that you're angry. He's not affected by your emotions. Therefore, that's something that you should get over in an instant. There's other situations when you feel really wronged by somebody that might take a little bit longer. Regardless, you have to look at the situation and be honest with yourself about how you feel and why you feel that way, and learn to let it go. Learn to forgive.
One of the other methods you can do is, although you don't agree with them, try and understand where they were coming from. If that person, let's say, did something to you and you understand it because they're a very selfish individual, then understand that they did that because they are selfish. And just saying that out loud, it helps in the forgiving process, because you sort of almost come to the conclusion that that individual couldn't help it. They couldn't help treat you badly because that is the way that they are, and it helps you move on. And it's not conceding any points, because ultimately, if that person is somebody you don't want in your life anyway, great, I'm sure they're out of your life. But it's important that you let go of that negative energy as well. Otherwise, although they're out of your life, you're still clinging on to that bad memory. So it's understanding why someone did something, even if you don't agree with it, just seeing where they're coming from, and it makes it so much easier to then forgive them, because you can forgive their faults that way rather than be angry at them.
There was a book that I was reading, and I wouldn't say that I'm a religious person, but I was reading a book called Conversations with God, and it was really fascinating book. This guy basically was angry at God. He started kind of writing these letters, and to his surprise, God started writing back. Now, whether he was actually speaking to God or whether he was a bit of a sort of schizophrenic and had multiple personalities, who knows? But when you're reading the book, you're like, whoa, if there is a God, this could possibly be him, because it was that good. And one of the things that he said in it was, everybody is good. Everybody believes they're good, should I say. Everybody believes they're good. So they're talking about like who goes to heaven and this, that and other. So my point for this is, if you feel like you've been wronged by somebody, chances are they think they are right. They think they've been a good person, they've done a good thing, and there's always going to be a conflict. It's up to you, and it's how you see yourself and how you see that situation that tells you more about your own personality and who you believe you are, and your morals and your values, your virtues. So there's a little bit of sort of mindfulness in there as well, in any situation. Whenever you feel an emotion, understand where it's coming from and what it's telling you about yourself. Man, that was fucking deep, right?
Yeah, I was fucking trashed. I was like, fuck. I was just staring at the camera like, this is fucking awesome. So, learning to forgive for your sake. Just because you're forgiving someone or a certain situation doesn't mean that you've got to play happy families and you've got to show a lot of love. Doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you let go of the negative emotions that are stopping you from being happy. So forgiveness for you, the power of forgiveness.